It doesn't make sense. And you hear it all the time. It doesn't make sense because, of course, what happened, there was just a random act of violence.
A Cape Coral man struggling to come with grips with this deadly shooting rampage that claimed the life of a former coworker, Sean Strickland, who worked at the Circle K right along Cape Coral Parkway. He was gunned down by this man, 31-year-old Christopher Moran. Investigators say he went on a killing spree. And when it was all over, 5 people were shot, 2 of them killed, in 3 different locations. Now, this is before police finally shot and killed Moran himself. 4 in your corner, Stephanie Tinoco leading our team coverage tonight. She is live at 4 Freedoms Park, where a vigil is being held for the victims. And Steph, you also talked to Sean Strickland's mom, right?
Yes, Patrick, as you can imagine, she was way too upset to go on camera, but she did tell me she appreciates the efforts of the community to really hold this vigil later on tonight for all the victims. One of those, her son, Sean Strickland. And earlier today, I also spoke to one of Sean's friends who tells me about that moment he found out the news of his friend's death.
Sean Strickland's friend says he first heard of his murder with a phone call from work.
My boss called me and she said, hey, Sean Strickland, I got a phone call about him. And I thought it was about maybe him possibly wanting to be hired and use me as a reference.
If only it were about a reference. It was to tell him his friend and former coworker Sean Strickland was among those killed in Sunday night's rampage.
It doesn't make sense.
Police say 31-year-old Christopher Moran shot and killed Sean at the Circle K where he was working. I had to ask Mark if he thought there could be any connection between the shooter and Sean.
Troubling or anything that led to someone shooting him?
No.
Mark reassures me Sean was loved by everyone who knew him.
He didn't have any enemies. I can most say that. You know, people say, well, you don't know. Yeah, I do know.
And he knows Sean was a charismatic part of the team at the Publix where they used to work together.
He was the personality. He was. You know, he could be serious at times, but he was just the life of the party. He walked in and was like, hey, Sean. Like, whoa, you know, I'm here too, guys. But, you know, that's how he was. That's who he was.
And who he was is how Sean wants him to be remembered, not as a victim of someone who Mark believes was deeply disturbed.
I'm pretty sure that this person had some mental things going on that maybe that wasn't diagnosed, but no one does this type of heinous crime without having some type of mental health issues.
And while Mark waits for answers, he's holding on to the memories of the Sean he grew to know and love.
If you could say something to Sean one last time, what would you tell him?
I'll see you at the crossroads, Sean. It's unfortunate you were there before me, but you know what? We all got to meet our maker someday.
Again, you just heard from one of his friends who is still in shock that his friend Sean is now gone. In about an hour, this park behind me is about to fill up with people who will be remembering the victims of this senseless crime. Reporting live in Cape Coral, Stephanie Tinoco, Fox 4, in your corner.